Hi, you are welcome in IoT learning series. So today we will learn about how to upload DHT11 data to Blink platform. That is, we have to measure the temperature and humidity of the environment. So let's start this video. We will just make a circuit in Proteus software. So first of all, just we need to open Proteus software. We can use this project as industrial monitoring system, and we can also use this in home appliances also. So here Proteus software is open. Now you have to just click on open, sorry, you have to click on new project, and it will throw an pop-up and it will ask for the name. So here you have to just type DHT11 and click on next and finish this. Here workspace area is open. Now you have to click on component. We required ESP8266, that is node MCU, and we required DHT11 sensor, that is humidity and temperature sensor. So just we will click on pick devices. Here we have to just type for node MCU. You will get an option for node MCU v3. If this library is not included in your Proteus software, so just you can search it on YouTube how to add. So click on OK and it will get added in your devices list. Again we require DHT11 sensor. So we have to type here DHT11 and you will get an option for DHT11. So click on OK and it will get added in your device list. Now first we will just place node MCU in workspace area. Next we will add DHT11 sensor. Here let's make it zoom in, that's why you can see it very clearly. Now you have to just connect power supply pins to power supply pin of node MCU. So connect ground with ground of node MCU. Here ground is connected. Now connect VDD as 3 volt of power supply with node MCU. So this is connected now. We will connect data pin on the pin number D3. You can connect it on any general purpose input output pins. So I will connect just it on pin number D3. So the connection is completed. Now you have to just make this connection on physical components, like you have to make connections on ESP8266, that is node MCU. As you can see, this is the ESP8266. The simulation of ESP8266 with DHT11 sensor, we will just learn this activity by doing it by hand. So this is DHT11 sensor. So you have to just take it and make the connection exactly as shown in Proteus software. So let's make the connection. Now the connection is completed. We need to just move to the programming portion. So for that purpose we need to open Arduino IDE software. So let's open it and you have to just click on new option. Here you will get a new pop-up. So maximize this. So it's turn to just complete our programming portion. So just here we have to program our node MCU board. For that purpose we have to just define here some pins and library we have to include. So first of all we have to write define blynk, that is blink underscore print serial. What this will do, this will just exchange the data from Blink to your device. So next we have to write include ESP8266 Wi-Fi.h. That will just provide connectivity with your Wi-Fi network. So we will write here ESP8266 Wi-Fi.h. Next we have to just write include Blink simple ESP8266.h. So we will write here Blink simple ESP8266.h. This is completed now. Now we have to just write include wire.h. What Blink simple ESP8266.h do? Just it try to connect your ESP8266 board with Wi-Fi. So now we have to just write include library for DHT11 sensor. So we will write here DHT.h. So it will just include library for your DHT11 sensor. Next we have to just create a variable for DHT11 sensor. So we will write here DHT. We can create here any name of variable, so we will just write DHT so that there may not be any confusion. And we will connect here, you have to just write pin at which we have connected DHT11 sensor. So as you remembered, we have connected this on pin number D3. So we will write here D3, and we have to just define here the type of DHT11. So we will write DHT11 here. Next we have to just provide the authentication code and Wi-Fi credential. So we will write here as we have discussed in previous session. So we have to just write here this is authentication code. You have to just copy this from Blink console. So we will set up that later. So here you have to again create a character type data type. So we will write here SSID. We have to just provide Wi-Fi name here. So you have to write here the Wi-Fi name to which your ESP8266 board has to be connected. So again we have to just provide password for Wi-Fi. So we will write here password. Now we have to just start timer for ESP8266 port, to which frequently it will just upload data to your Blink console. So here we have to just write we have to create here timer for our project. So we will write here timer and end with semicolon. Now we will just create a function in which the activity should be performed by DHT11 sensor. So we will create a function. You can create a function with any name as we have discussed earlier. So here we have to just create a function. So we will write here sensor so we have created an function here with the name of send sensor. So now we have to just open the body of send sensor. In the body of send sensor, we have to create two variables, that is humidity and temperature. So we have to measure the humidity and temperature, and the type of humidity and temperature is float type. So we will write here float type variable. So first I have to just create humidity. Now it's turn to just read DHT11 sensor data. So we will just use the keyword dst dot read humidity. What this function with this keyword will do, it will just read humidity from your DHT11 sensor, and it will store in the variable h, which is float type. Now we have, in the same way, we have to just create a variable for temperature also. So we will just write here a variable name with t. This keyword will just read the temperature from DHT11 sensor. Now we have to just write these data in virtual pin of Blink console. So here we have to just use some keywords, blink dot virtual WRITE. What this line will do, it will just write your data in Blink console application. So we have to just write here, we have to choose the pins where we have to just write data. So we will use virtual pin V0, and we have to write here at V0 temperature. So we will configure these things on Blink IoT later. So first of all, we are writing the code. Now in the same way, we have to just write humidity also. So here we have to just write humidity on virtual pin 1. So send sensor body is completed. Now we have to just move in void setup function. As we have discussed earlier, void setup is just for configuration of the pin of board which we are using. So here we have to just write wire dot begin, that is on pin number D2 and D1. Next we have to just write here Blink configuration, that is we have to initiate Blink console. So we need to provide here authentication code, SSID and password. So we write here authentication code as we have created earlier. Here you can see character type authentication code, SSID and password we have just created. So we have to just initialize these things here. So we will write here, so next we have to just initialize DHT11 sensor. As you can see, next we have to initialize and set timer for Blink timer which we have created here. So we need to write here timer dot set interval, and we have to just provide here interval of 100. So now we have to just write here sensor data which we have created here. So copy the function which we have created here and you have to just paste here. So the timer has been initialized. Now we have just completed the void setup function. Now we need to move just in void loop function. So in the void loop function we have to write blink.run and we have to just write here timer.run. So in this way the code is completed now. So you have to just configure our Blink console. So we need to open browser. As we have discussed in earlier videos, as you can see in previous videos, we have just created a Blink console. So here let's create a new template for our new project. So here you have to click on new template and we need to write here the name of our project. So we will just write here DHT11 because we are using DHT11. Now in the hardware option you have to choose the ESP8266 board. Here you can provide also the description for your project. So we will not use this, so click on done and here new template will be created. So you have to just save this and we need to move on search option. Here you need to just add new device. So from this pop-up you have to choose from template and you need to choose DHT11 and you have to click on create option and you can see here the authentication code, template ID and name, all things have provided by Blink. So you have to just copy the authentication code and you need to just paste this authentication code in our code which we have written here. So in the place of authentication code you have to just write your authentication code provided by Blink console. So next we have to just create a data stream for our project. So we have to choose DHT11 or click on data stream, click on edit button and it will ask for new data stream. So click on virtual option. Here we have to just type DHT11. We are using pin 0, means that is virtual 0 pin, and this is of double type. So we need to provide here maximum value as 100 and you have to click on create option. Again we have to just create a new data stream for humidity also. So here we have to write humidity and we have chosen pin V1. Here we have to type maximum value as 100. So you have to click on create. Now open this one and here you have to modify the name as temp because we will store temperature in this data stream. So click on save option. Here we have created temperature and humidity data stream for our project. So click on save option. Now we have to just move on web dashboard and click on edit option. From this we have to just choose some gauges from widget box. So scroll down this and you will see an option for gauge here, as you can see. So you have to drag and drop in your workspace area. Now On the first one you have to click on setting. So here you have to just write temp, because we will read temperature data in this gauge. So you have to choose a virtual pin for temperature. Now you have to click on save option. In the second option you have to just write here humidity, and you need to choose humidity option for this and click on save option. So our configuration for Blink console is completed. Now just we need to move on the home page. Now minimize this, and you need to configure, or you can just say provide here SSID and password for Wi-Fi. So I will just connect our ESP8266 board with our phone. So we need to provide here the options or name or credential for Wi-Fi, or you can say hotspot. So from which hotspot you are connecting your device, you need to provide here. So I will provide the name of SSID and password. So this is the name of my Wi-Fi, and password I will write here. This is my Wi-Fi name and password. So you have to write your Wi-Fi and password here. Now just we need to connect ESP8266 board with your laptop. So I have just created a connection as in the Proteus software. So you have to just make connection in the same way as we have created a connection in Proteus software. Now it's turn to just connect our ESP8266 board with your PC. So using data cable you can connect it. So the board is connected now in my PC. Now we have to just move on the tool option. Here you have to choose ESP8266 boards. So here you will get an option for Node MCU 1.0. So you have to choose this, and again move in tool option, and you have to click on port. Here on the COM3 we have connected our board. Now it's turn to just upload the code. So it will ask for saving the code. So we have to write DHT11. You can assign any name and click on save option, and it will just start to compile our code, and it will upload in your ESP8266 board. So wait until this process finish. It is throwing some error. Let's check it. Here we have just forgotten to add parenthesis after loop. That's why it is throwing an error. Now we need to just click on upload option. It will upload the code in your ESP8266 board. During the upload process we can see here Blink console, your device for DHT11 is showing offline, and now when the code will be uploaded and your board will just connect it with your ESP Wi-Fi, so it will just show here online. So we have to just wait until the code is finished uploading. Here you can see the code uploadation is started. So wait until finish. For the connection with Wi-Fi, your hotspot should be turned on. Now as you can see the code uploadation is completed. Now just we need to verify the connection with Wi-Fi. So here